Football fans, we got a game for you. A Washington fight only one can claim fame.
Touchdown, the Bears reclaim the lead here in the jungle. You wild man, you.
What are we doing right now? Make that the most important thing.
Wow, winning.
You didn't wear that during the game.
No, I always got some extra.
Like a dog in the street. They're here. Touchdown, Washington.
2 Washingtons, but only 1 Maria. Go for it, girl.
And there's only one Leslie Odom Jr. or Aaron Burr, sir. We have a Broadway show for you, except it's happening in Washington, D.C. on Week 9. Jaden Daniels is back after missing last week's game with a hamstring injury. And on the other side, we've got Sam Darnold, 5-2 Seahawks. They're 3-0 on the road. You don't want to see this guy coming, but he is coming up a little bit later in the show because he sat down with Jason Garrett. Now, we also been keeping our eyes on Highmark Stadium. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Bills. Give me the latest, Chris.
Yeah, well, as usual, it's been a fun game. It's 4th and 17. Chiefs down by 15 here. The magic man, Mahomes, buying time in the pocket, finds Rashee Rice wide open down the middle of the field. And then a few plays later, here's a big 4th down. Kareem Hunt scores, and then they get the 2-point conversion, 28-21 right now, and Kansas City's got the ball back, Maria.
Plenty of football left to play. Welcome inside the studio yet again. I'm still here. Devin McCourty, Jason Garrett here. Joining me and the heavyweight bout between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in round 10. What have we seen so far, Jason?
You know, Buffalo has their number in the regular season. I had real concerns about them coming into this game. So many injuries on defense, but they've done an amazing job slowing down Kansas City's run game, making Patrick Mahomes look ordinary. But when you play these guys, you got to play 60 minutes. Here comes number 15.
Exactly. And when you look at Kansas City, it's been a lot of big plays. We just saw a 4th and 17 conversion. So I look to see, can Buffalo get a few more stops, or do we see Patrick Mahomes do Patrick Mahomes things?
Okay, guys, Week 9 headlines. We've already seen some. We were in Pittsburgh just a week ago. We were wondering when the defense would show up. Well, guess what they did? They showed out against the league's #1 offense.
Yeah, sometimes it's the style of play in a game. We watched last week. They couldn't really get anything going on defense. Today, they play from ahead. They go out there, they get the lead early. Next thing you know, T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, they're getting after the passer. They're creating turnovers. That's what it's about. And sometimes it's all dictated by how you play the game.
No doubt. Their pass defense has been horrendous really all year long. It was terrible against Green Bay on Sunday night. I love the adjustments they made this week. Mike Tomlin, Terrell Austin, their defensive coordinator, a lot more zone, a lot more shell defense, cover 2, help those corners and turn those rushers loose. Hey, they took the ball away 6 times. They sacked Daniel Jones 5 times. Indianapolis was the best offense in the league coming into this ball game. They made them look ordinary.
Terrell Austin pledged to simplify the defense. That's exactly what they did. They get the 27-20 win. And by the way, we had a crazy 1 p.m. window. 7 of 8 games were decided by 1 score, including 3 with a game-winning score in the final minute. A very impressive 1 p.m. window. Who impressed you? The young QBs that were playing in Week 9, Chris?
Yeah, there were some good ones. And let's start with J.J. McCarthy, right? Hail to the victor. He's back in the state of Michigan playing the Detroit Lions. Man, he made some plays. A lot of pressure on J.J. McCarthy. You see scrambling there. T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown throw. Here, the run using his legs. They ran the ball well in Minnesota today. Here's the completion that seals the deal. They played defense, and their special teams was good. Way to go, J.J. McCarthy. Yeah. Caleb in the clutch. That's right. They ran for over 200 yards. They had 4 different people throw passes today. DJ Moore, touchdown pass. Caleb Williams on the Chicago special, we'll call it. Then here he goes. One of the elite playmakers in all of football, Caleb Williams. Big time scramble here on the last drive. They need it right here. And then the play of the day. Colston Loveland down the middle of the field. Man, the Bears got a lot of guys that can do a lot of great things with that football. Pretty impressive there. Big win. Good to see those second-year quarterbacks have some success.
Yeah, right now, guys, we also have an overtime game going on with the Raiders in Jacksonville. And we already had a record set, an NFL record. We're going to get you the highlights to that as soon as we can. But right now, the thing that we can do is send you to D.C. Jack, Tony, and Rodney hanging out with some of the Commanders fans.
Yeah, Maria, Jaden Daniels, that is the story out here. You can feel it. Just talking to the fans, he will start. He's been dealing with lower body injuries, Coach, even since week 2. First it was the knee, then it was the hamstring. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, I think we're going to see playmaking. Jaden Daniels brings belief in this group, number 1. Talking to all their guys on the field. Hey, we've got our guy back. Our guy is back. The second thing he does is make plays when things break down, and they're going to need that tonight against that Seattle defense.
Yeah, I got a chance to spend some time with the Commanders, and just being around them, they brought a lot of energy, a lot of excitement. They said, we finally have our playmaker back, and they feel like it's a huge upgrade going from Marcus Mariota to Jaden Daniels.
And their offensive coaches told me no knee brace for Jaden Daniels tonight, no restrictions on the plays. They're calling the game like he's totally healthy.
They would not put him out there if he weren't healthy. He's ready to go.
This was the team that was in the NFC Championship game. Now they're 3-5 coming into this game. You talk to the players, the coaches. How much desperation did you sense from that group?
Well, I'm not going to say desperation, but they all said urgency. Urgency. We've got to be on top of it tonight. I think we're going to see their best.
I agree with you, Coach. I would say more hope than desperation.
Hope's always good. Terry McLaurin out with starting left tackle, and Laramie Tunsil will go. Hawks Commanders from the nation's capital on Sunday Night Football. Let's go.
All right, Chris, we got an update from Buffalo coming.
Yeah, big 3rd and 3 here. Kansas City needs to get the ball back. They only got one timeout. Oh, it's Jason Garrett's favorite play. A little float pass right. We find James Cook in the flat. He goes down wisely. 2 minutes left. No timeout for Kansas City.
Gotta keep the ball out of Patrick Mahomes' hands. And then on 4th and goal here, Trevor Lawrence gets the touchdown in overtime.
Goes over the top with the ball. Remember, he fumbled this one against Kansas City Chiefs a few weeks back, and it got returned for a big play. Here, they get it. Now the Raiders have the ball with 3 minutes, 24 seconds left in overtime.
All right, they just got to complete a huge pass across midfield. Meanwhile, we've got the Chargers and the Titans. Justin Herbert, the Chargers looking for a back-to-back win, and that's exactly what they pulled off.
Yeah, big sequence. Goal line stand in the 4th quarter to hold off the upstart Tennessee Titans. Denzel Perriman, Elijah Mold making the play.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Herbert, they went on a 99-yard drive in 15 plays. He slid into home just like the Dodgers won the World Series, and they get the victory. Broncos taking on the Texans. We knew this would be a defensive battle. What we did not know is that C.J. Stroud was going to go down in the 2nd quarter and not return to this game.
Like you said, Maria, defensive battle, but this was a game changer. This really stopped the whole Houston Texans offense. Couldn't get much going after C.J. Stroud went out.
He ended up being diagnosed with a concussion, did not return, so Davis Mills is into play. Points hard to come by, which is something that Devin appreciates. Broncos down 8. Bo Nix trying to get something going.
You saw what just came on the screen. It's the 4th quarter, so that means it's Denver's time. Come alive. R.J. Harvey stutter and go. Big touchdown. Denver says we're going for 2.
Yeah, they do. And Nick's going to get it to Troy Franklin on this play. Tie this ball game up.
Amazing. Everything clicks in the 4th quarter, whether it's scrambles, Nick's finding his guys, they just show up and play good ball.
Broncos punted 3 times in a row before this play happened.
Nothing really open. Nick says, you know what? It's only a few seconds left. I'm going to scramble, and I'm going to set up the game-winning kick.
That's against the league's #1 defense. All right, so Will Lutz has to line it up from 34 yards, and the field goal is good as time expires. That's the fourth quarter comeback for the Broncos. Yeah, Sean Payton's like, that's just what we do, okay? 6th straight win for the Broncos. Oh, check out Tony Dungy checking in with the sweater vest and the blazer with Sam Darnold. You're actually going to hear from Sam Darnold. He's talking to our other coach a little bit later in the show.
This is Football Night in America.
I can't wait, baby. Let's go.
Earn your Sunday with Lowe's.
I earned my Sunday. Let's go.
Jackson Smith-Njigba from Ohio State sensation to the 20th overall pick by Seattle just a few years ago. And now he leads the league in receiving through 8 weeks. That is with 819 yards already closing in on 1,000. And Coach Dungy caught up with JSN earlier today.
Well, Jackson, 3 years, 3 different offensive systems, but this one you've exploded in. What's been the key for you this year?
Really, I think us just being together and learning the offense from ground up has been awesome for me. Obviously, more opportunities, so just locking in on the moment and capturing, as much as I can.
How have you gotten the chemistry with Sam Darnold so quickly?
Man, just work, Coach. Just work. Off season, in season, Coach Mike McDonald putting us in tough situations just to come out here on Sundays and do what we do.
What do you think will be the key for your unit tonight to have success?
just go out here and have fun. You know, we know what we have to do. We know we're facing a great defense, but we just got to stick to fundamentals and make plays when it's time to be made.
All right. Well, you look like you're having fun. Have some fun tonight.
We'll do, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Well, both of you guys have been talking about him and his game all week. What makes him maybe now one of the next great ones in this league, Coach?
Well, I'll tell you what, watching him run routes and get in and out of the breaks so quickly reminds me of Marvin Harrison.
Yeah.
Just speed, but speed in and out of breaks.
And that's why I'm double teaming him, Coach. I put 2 guys on him. No Cooper Kupp tonight. They don't have a legitimate number 2 receiver. And when I watch this kid play, Coach, DBs, they don't want to jam him because he's so fast. And then most DBs are playing 9 or 10 yards off of him. So it's just hard to defend him because of his speed.
And, Coach, I think about Mike McDonald. He fired his offensive coordinator after his first year as the head coach. What did that move say to you? What was he looking for from that move?
Well, he was looking for toughness. His defense is tough. He wanted that out of his offense. He hired Clint Kubiak. Bring the running game here. Make people defend the run so I can get one-on-ones with JSN, and that is exactly what has happened.
Yeah, for me, it's the Seattle offensive line. I mean, for years, they've worked on trying to build this offensive line, and you look at it now, it's much improved. And even physically, when you look at these guys, everybody's 6'5", 6'6". I think Coach McDonald is trying to take a piece out of the Ravens playbook, trying to get those big offensive linemen.
They want to be physical. They're looking to get their run game really exploding tonight.
Sam Darnold, the 18th highest paid quarterback. Good luck finding 17 quarterbacks that are playing better than Sam right now, Maria Taylor.
All right, thanks, Jack. We're going to go back to Buffalo. The Bills couldn't convert a 3rd and 7, so they bring out Matt Prater for a 52-yard try.
Yeah, Brock Prater just misses it. You'll see doink off the right upright here, and Kansas City got the ball back. Mahomes hit a big throw, and then Mahomes just threw the ball into the end zone. It was almost caught. They're going to have 3rd and 10 with 3 seconds left, and they're going to have to throw it to the end zone, Hail Mary.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Raiders, they're at the goal line as we speak, too. Chris, we're going to keep you updated as they try to punch one in.
Yeah, they're going to try to punch it in and make it a tie football game, or maybe go for 2 and win the game. I don't know.
2 games still on the clock. We'll be right back.
Corkscrews into the end zone. Good! Turnovers coming in bunches. A one-handed catch. Way to go, JJ. Like a dog in the street.
Premium performance, powered by the 3-row Acura MDX. Football Night in America is brought to you by Lowe's. Tackle your to-do list to earn your Sunday. And by Corona. La Playa awaits.
Shout out to the most successful period in Washington's history, winning 3 Super Bowls in the 80s and 90s. And to celebrate those years, the Commanders are wearing their Super Bowl era uniforms for the first time tonight against the Seahawks. Check them out. They're drawing some inspiration from those title years, hoping they get a win here.
Good memories for you, too.
I did. I like those memories.
All right, we got an alert. We got a couple of games that have come to an end. Let's start in Highmark Stadium with the Bills and the Chiefs.
Yeah, here's the last-ditch effort. And the Bills blitz Mahomes here. They don't want him to buy time. Mahomes has to throw it off his back foot. He doesn't get it to the end zone, incomplete. Bills winning the regular season once again.
Yeah, for the 5th straight time, actually, Mahomes had 22 seconds when he got the ball back, cannot convert. Meanwhile, the Raiders going for 2 and the win on this one, Jason.
What did I tell you before, Marie? Just keep throwing to Brock Bowers. 3rd touchdown. He missed the last few weeks. He's back today. He's gotten to the end zone 3 times.
And then they go for 2.
Yeah, they come back and they go for 2. Pete Carroll wants to win it right here. Ball batted at the line of scrimmage. Jacksonville steals a victory.
All right, we got a full highlight coming your way soon, but first we're going to go to tonight's DraftKings Sportsbook 3 play. Matthew Berry, who do you got?
Maria, we saw throwback to uniforms, so how about a throwback player? I'm starting tonight's parlay with the soon-to-be 35-year-old Zach Ertz. No Terry McLaurin tonight, so I expect Jaden Daniels to lean on Ertz even more than usual. Seahawks have allowed at least 4 receptions to a tight end in every game this year but 1, so I expect Ertz to hit that number tonight. Other side of the ball, it's all about Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. I love my Commanders, but our secondary has really struggled this year. They give up the 5th most yards per game to wide receivers, so I say JSN gets at least 80 yards tonight. Finally, in addition to JSN hitting that yards number, I also like him to score a touchdown at, let's say any time. Washington has allowed a touchdown to an opposing wide receiver in 6 of their last 7 games, so I like JSN's chances of finding the end zone tonight. And that's my DraftKings 3-play for tonight. Maria.
All right, appreciate it, Matthew. We'll get you caught up on the Saints taking on the Rams. Tyler Shook gets his first start. But how about the Stafford family? They're rocking Clayton Kershaw jersey. Remember, Stafford and Kershaw went to the same high school, and they just won back-to-back World Series. Why not? Then Stafford's like, I'm going to get a win, too.
I heard one of his daughters say, Daddy, we won a lot of TDs. And that's what he did. Finding Puka Nacua early touchdown. Stafford was unbelievable today.
Yeah, he did leave a little bit later in the game with a chest injury, did Nacua. But then you see Stafford again. Devontae Adams is open for the 29-yard game. Look at the no-look pass, though.
Look at that, Maria. No-look, and he does it so easy. This is just natural for Matthew Stafford, dominating.
And then he's like, I'm just going to find my boy yet again looking for Adams.
Adams is leading the league in 1-yard touchdowns. He just keeps throwing it up, getting touchdowns.
Stafford, 4 passing touchdowns on the day, 21 on the season. That leads the NFL in only 2 INTs. All right, the 49ers on the road taking on the Giants. No Brock Purdy. Mac Jones in yet again, but a lot of CMC, and it didn't matter.
That's right. CMC had almost 70 yards receiving, had over 100 yards rushing. Mac Jones didn't throw his first incompletion to the third quarter. It wasn't nice what they did to the Giants on Phil Simms' bobblehead day after all that. Damn.
So disrespectful.
Way to go, Christian McCaffrey.
Mac Jones started 14 for 14, and Christian McCaffrey, an NFL record 16th regular season game with a rushing touchdown and a receiving touchdown, 173 yards from scrimmage. He passed Marshall Faulk with such many gains. How about the Seattle throwbacks as well? We talked about Washington.
Ooh, I like
Do we like these?
I do. I like them both. This is a great uniform.
Jim Zorn, baby. You kidding me?
All unis games.
Large.
This season, Lowe's is bringing the Earn Your Sunday tour to you, celebrating those who have worked hard all week to earn their NFL Sunday.
We earn our Sunday by working around our house. Oh, lots of laundry. Lots of laundry.
They're putting in a new sliding glass door, so just coming out to Lowe's to get materials for that.
With the help of Lowe's Red Vest Associates and the products you need to get the job done, you can earn every inch of your Sunday.
Time now. Oh, it's beautiful Sunday. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. And I'm looking and exploding on the scene. Mean, I got potential.
He slices into the end zone.
Top just when I want
Here he comes.
And it's a matter of time, and I'm gonna
Touchdown!
throw on a dime. First down.
They're having some fun right now.
This is Football Night in America. You've earned your Sunday.
There he goes! All the way home!
With Lowe's.
So let's start with the headline. Jaden Daniels will play.
A little bit of technical difficulties out there, but the good news is our mics are still working inside the studio. Jaden Daniels, he's back after dealing with a hamstring injury and missing a game. Meanwhile, Sam Darnold and the Seahawks, they are 5-2 and they are 3-0 on the road. Sam Darnold in his 8th season with his 5th team, but looking great and uplifted. He sat down with Jason Garrett before this matchup.
Let's get to this. This is the draft report of Sam Darnold coming out in the 28, and these are some of my notes about you. I'm going to start with the negatives first.
Please do.
Okay? Too many interceptions, couple too many fumbles, maybe too aggressive at times. Okay, but I get down to the bottom of the page, not affected by failure. He just keeps coming.
There's nothing you can do about the past. It's about what are we doing right now? You were right with the negatives. I've worked on that a ton.
You are a magician.
Yeah, that's amazing. That scouting report is pretty spot on.
You're 20 years old, 3rd pick of the draft, New York Jets.
I learned a lot that year.
It gets loud in New York.
It does. A lot of newspapers, yeah.
A lot of commentary.
You know, the newspapers or the articles, all these people saying different things about you, saying different things about the team. There's so many ways to get caught up in it. You got to find ways to just worry about what you're doing, figuring out how to make your job the most important thing, because it is easy to kind of stray away from that, especially in New York City.
Seeing ghosts.
What'd you learn in Carolina? You learn anything from this guy?
Bait show, baby.
Yeah.
To be with him, to see the kind of worker that he is, it really pushed me.
2023, you go to San Francisco, and maybe getting some of that weight off your shoulder.
I was in a great position to just learn from, some of the great coaches in the NFL, but then learn from great players. Learn from Brock, learn from Christian, Fred Warner, the way that they treat their body, the way that they act every single day. Like, there's so many little things that I picked up on there, and very thankful that I went there.
One of my favorite pictures that I've seen in years was the locker room scene in Minnesota where they're picking you up. And there you are, literally kind of on the mountaintop.
It's all about the relationships that you create in this league and in life in general.
Yeah, you'll never forget that for the rest of your life.
No, never. What happened after, being able to sign here, I'm so grateful to be able to be in a place like Seattle.
Yeah, why was this an attractive place for you?
Coaching staff, that was a huge attraction. And then, the players, JSN, who can go make plays, great skilled players. Another great situation to be in, and I understood that before signing.
What's the balance between embracing your scars from early in your career and the lessons that you learned that's so important to play at a high level?
The scars, or the things that happened in the past that necessarily, didn't go great, use those as tools when things aren't necessarily going well in the future. During the course of a season, you lose a couple in a row, like how to bounce back from that. So there's a lot of experience that I can kind of lean on to help myself and my team kind of get out of that funk.
Here we go, boys, here we go.
Things are going to happen, and you can't change that. Being able to understand that concept allows me to move on easily from things that happen, whether they're in games or in life.
And then we'll fire. Let's go.
My favorite question to ask at the Combine, any player, particularly a quarterback, what's the biggest challenge you've had in your life and how'd you get through it? It's an adversity question. This guy's had a lot of adversity. Third pick of the draft, he goes to the Jets, not very good. What I loved about him, accountable about all his experiences, not throwing anybody under the bus, and then he embraces the scars and comes back with this spirit, this energy, and this juice. I love visiting with him. He's an inspiration to me. And then I watched him practice and saw how his team, coaches and teammates responded to him. I absolutely love the guy.
I think he's in the perfect spot. Clint Kubiak was with him in San Francisco. I think that's what he talked about, the coaches. It's an offense that's perfect for him. It's quick play action. He has an extremely quick release. It's 1-2, check it down. Instead of last year in Minnesota where he'd pat the ball and wait for balls to come open wide open down the field.
Yeah, as you ran that piece, I was a part of the whole ghost seeing ghost game.
Right.
And then you look last year, you win 14 games and Minnesota decides to move on. I think it was because those last 2 games we saw, they weren't comfortable saying he can go win these games in Detroit or these big playoff games. They decide to move on. I still think that can be an issue. If you play him the right way, he can have some struggle. So I look to see if the Commanders can do that tonight.
They believe in him in Seattle, though.
Yeah.
Mike McDonald said, hey, we needed to get a guy. This is our guy. They love him.
12 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions. Obviously, a lot of mental fortitude. Let's get it back out to the guys. Sounds like the sound is up and running. We'd love to hear from you again, Jack.
We are back, Maria. I mean, Sam Darnold, you heard him talk about it. He won 14 games last year with the Vikings in a great situation with Seattle. The best way to defend him tonight, Rod, is what?
Well, I'm going to pressure him. I went back and got a chance to watch the Vikings playoff game from last year, and the Rams did an excellent job of showing him a bunch of different looks, Coach. They were blitzing nickels. They blitzed the corner, linebackers, dropping guys, and he was totally confused. 9 sacks and 2 turnovers. So if you put pressure on Sam, you confuse him. You can't force him into turnovers.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to try to do. They haven't been able to do that with their defensive line, so I expect to see the blitzes. So does Seattle's offensive coaches. They feel like Kenneth Walker in the running game will be the key tonight. Keep them out of those blitz situations.
Let's flip it over to the other side real quick. Seattle, they are top 5 in pressures. They're top 5 in sacks, but they blitz less than any team in the league. What does that say to you, Coach? Go ahead.
Well, for me, they don't have to press, right? They don't have to bring pressure. They got their front 4, and Leonard Williams is the key. He's the guy that draws all the double teams. He opens up opportunities for Byron Murphy and the rest of those guys that have those one-on-ones, Coach.
And it reminds me of my defenses in Tampa and Indianapolis. 4 guys up front, teeing off, 7 guys in the back, run to the football, play pass defense. That's how you win. That's how Seattle's doing.
This is one of the best defenses that we've seen on Sunday night so far this year.
Yeah, and the thing about it, too, is they're getting their best secondary guy back. Devon Witherspoon, he can play inside, he can play outside. I love the energy and passion he plays with.
Yeah, watch this front four tonight. They're fast, they're active, and they make things happen.
I think we might be picking the Hawks back in
I like a little teaser right there. Okay, a game that Sam Darnold struggled in Week 18 a season ago was at Detroit. This time it's J.J. McCarthy, and he's back after missing the last 5 games with an ankle injury, and he looked good.
Oh, he did look good. There's a lot of pressure on J.J. McCarthy. We all want to see, is he worthy of being the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings into the future? Nice play here. T.J. Hawkinson, touchdown.
7-yard touchdown. That looks good. Ankle looks fine. Big turning point in this game, though, Chris.
This really was. The Vikings defense played phenomenal. And this was a huge, strip here. Harrison Smith gets the ball, gives the young quarterback J.J. McCarthy the short field. And then you see here, a few plays later, little pressure, gets outside the pocket. And this is something he can do. We've seen him do this before he got hurt. He can run.
Yeah, he said, I heard, Jetta, you got some jets. I got some, too. The ice is in my veins. A 9-yard touchdown for J.J. McCarthy, dapping up Jetta, who's waiting for a FaceTime from Chris later in the 4th quarter.
Well, we know you can never count the Lions out. Jamison Williams down up the left sidelines. Jared Goff finds him. Incredible body control right here. But Minnesota's ability to stop the run and stop the big pass plays from Detroit, I think, was the shock of the day. And they themselves ran the ball really well today.
Okay, we got a 3-point game. Vikings need a 3rd down to ice it, and they get it.
Hey, this kid's got ice in his veins. You can question him, but he is clutch.
And this guy's got ice in his chains. Chris Sims caught up with him after the game.
Lots of ice.
What about your young QB, right? Talk about him. Big game.
Hasn't played a while.
Yeah, what up?
Right here.
What up, man? What's up, JJ?
Yeah, he's great, man. You know, just the confidence that he's been playing with, and him having that leadership role, and he's been leading us in that huddle and giving us those words of wisdom and words of motivation, you know, before we go out there on that field. So I'm glad he's back. Glad that he has that energy and that confidence to go out there and ball. It's just all about taking one play at a time and continue to be ourselves.
He fired the ball to you on that touchdown there, right?
Yes.
Take us that play with your little one-hand catch in the right corner of the end zone there.
Yeah, it was really RPO read. And the whole week, you know, we've been saying if we get that man-to-man press coverage, we're going to give me an opportunity to go up and make a play. So I'm just glad that JJ seen that press coverage, and he gave me an opportunity to make a play. A great ball, great spot, and he just finishing the play.
But you didn't finish the play. Where was the gritty? Why didn't you break out the gritty today?
It's been so long. I've been in that end zone, and of course, we've been playing in this hostile environment. So I had to lift a couple fans in the eyes and give them a little stare.
First touchdown since week 1. He forgot the gritty. That's all right. The Panthers on the road taking on the Packers. Happy birthday to Jordan Love. He turns 27 today. Bart Starr, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers all won Super Bowls for Green Bay at 27, and the Panthers don't care.
Yeah, I didn't like this decision by Jordan right here on his birthday. Just kind of throws up the deep post. Trayvon Moehrig makes him pay for it.
Yeah, that's an interception. Second giveaway today for the Packers on that one. They only had 3 entering the day. On the ensuing drive, the Panthers looked to capitalize.
Yeah, it was all about this guy today. 25 carries for 130 yards. Rico Dowdle, they couldn't stop him.
Yeah, they do miss the PAT. Now the Packers down 7, 3rd and goal.
Good answer given it to their guy, Josh Jacobs. A little debate about whether or not he got in. Got the ball across.
Yeah, it was real short. The Packers challenged. They got the touchdown. So now Bryce Young back after missing week 8 with that ankle injury. Ooh, he's making plays.
Yeah, tie score, 43 seconds to go. Give it to Dowdle one more time to set up the game winner.
Okay, Ryan Fitzgerald, this is the rookie out of Florida State. Time's expiring, and he knocks it through.
Never doubt. Windy day at Lambeau. Came up big at crunch time.
No big. 49-yarders and good. How about Bryce Young, 4th straight win as a starter? Okay, do your dance then, Panthers. Dave Canales and the boys got to feel good right now, matching their win total from last season. They've already got 5 right now. They are back at 500. Meanwhile, the Bears taking on the Bengals. This was just a really fun one, like so much fun. We had to roll and re-rack all the way to the 4th quarter with the Bears up 7.
Here we go, Caleb Williams. You pitch it to Moore. Moore gets right down to the sideline. It's like, is he in? The Bengals are like, I don't know about this. They challenge. The reps come back and say, oh, you challenged it? Thinking he what?
Yep.
It's actually a touchdown, not a fumble, anything, no touchback. Touchdown, Bears.
You thought he fumbled out the end zone, and then it was a touchdown. Oh, my God. Then Joe Flacco, he's intercepted on this one.
almost the play of the game. Edmonds right here, he jumps in front, he gets the pick. Looks like he's going to score for one. Give Joe Flacco credit. The only one chasing this play. And then they come back, Maria, and they say, hold on, not so fast. He's actually down after the interception.
That was a huge review. Look at this. It looks like a fingertip. A fingertip puts Edmonds down. Okay, so no touchdown. Bengals get the ball back, but then the defense gets it under control, and Flacco gets the ball back.
Yes, the defense forces a punt. Then right here, Flacco not done, finds Noah Fant right down the middle of the field. They attacked down the middle all day today. Joe Flacco was on fire.
Yeah, he was. Okay, Bengals with the onside kick and recover on this one, Devin.
You're never supposed to get the onside kick. What's maybe it's all working out for Cincinnati. Tough goal this year, but they come up with the onside kick recovery. Now it's Joe Flacco time.
Yeah, it hit the foot of Daniel Hardy on that one, and Flacco balling.
Finding Princeton's own Yossi Voss.
Let's go.
In the back of the end zone. This Bengals offense just keeps coming and coming and coming. Does a great job. But that Bengals defense.
Never say never. 42-41. Now it's an opportunity for Caleb Williams and the boys to show what's up.
The Bengals defense, 15 missed tackles today. And Loveland says, if you don't tackle me, I got reservations for 6. Game over.
8 lead changes in this game. 2 in the last 58 seconds. The Bears get the win 47-42 and a wild 1 p.m.er. Caleb Williams looks super psyched. It's time for a PFT update brought to you by Google Pixel. And Mike Florio actually caught up with the QB Williams after the game. What did he share with you, Mike?
Well, I asked him about that last drive. He said, as it began, he said to his teammates, they left us too much time. Just don't try to do too much. And he did just enough. He had a 3rd and 10 where he gained 14 yards. Then he set up the play you saw, trying to get in field goal range, ended up going for a touchdown. And that was that for the Bears. On the day, 4 different players threw passes for the Bears. We call them trick plays. Caleb said they just called them plays, including this play called Hot Potato, which ended up being Caleb Williams' first career NFL reception and touchdown. Trick plays, whatever, it works.
All right, Mike, we can't let this highlight pass, though, without giving a huge shout-out to Joe Flacco. He had 470 yards, a career high. My boy is 40 years young, okay, on the season and putting up numbers like this, Jason.
He's looking like a young Jim Plunkett, isn't he? I mean, just stands in the pocket, just ripping the ball down the field. This is awesome.
11 touchdowns and 2 interceptions and 4 starts since joining the Bengals. And today he became the oldest player in the NFL history with 470 passing yards. Okay, get you a little gray pepper in your beer, and it just seems to help you out.
I wish I could throw it like that.
All right, coming up, we got the latest edition of the Bills-Chiefs rivalry. It's the battle round 10, plus the Steelers defense making a huge statement in their win over the AFC leading Colts.
Welcome to the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff.
Four scores and 7 points ago, it started with a dream. Built on courage, glory, and the power of team. Now, history calls. 2 coasts, 1 name. A Washington fight, only one can claim fame. Out west where the skyline weathers the storm, the Seahawks rise fierce in their form. A refugee entered to steady the ship. Calm through the chaos and lets it rip. But east of the river, under capital skies, a commander's return has hope on the rise. Jaden stands tall, calm in command. Field general at heart, with fate in his hand. Freedom on the gridiron. You know it ain't free. It costs 4 quarters and maybe OT.
Come on, baby. Yeah!
In a namesake battle, 2 teams collide. It must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Appreciate Leslie Odom Jr. helping us out a little bit. His return to Hamilton ends this month, but looking forward to his upcoming Christmas tour. And like Leslie mentioned tonight, is about Seattle and the team from D.C. The Seahawks under Mike McDonald started out 10-1 on the road. They are road warriors. We'll see if they can make it 11-1. Let's go into the Falcons and the Patriots. That means me and Devin are not friends in the 1 o'clock hour. Drake May and Michael Penix going against each other.
And only one of us could be happy, and it was me. Stephon Diggs makes someone miss. Diggs finding the end zone. Drake May continuing to spread the ball around to every receiver and tight end.
Meanwhile, Cardi B's in the building. Pregnant and all, right next to Robert Kraft. Yeah, they're doing their dance. Final minute of the first half. Falcons, they're trying to get after May here and do.
Big sequence. The Patriots get a 4th down stop. Now they're trying to get points, but then Walker and Pierce, the 2 first-round picks, combine for a strip sack and sets up Atlanta with this.
Yeah, they're going to capitalize on this one. Give it to Drake. I'll Take Care of You if you read that album.
Yeah, good album. No, Drake London uses 6'4" frame all day today. He had 3 touchdowns, and a lot of them look like this, catching the ball over top of somebody. That's impressive, Drake London.
Oh,
Don't do that.
my gosh. With one hand, 6'5", going up, getting it. Looks like he's hooping a little bit. 2 touchdowns all season entering today, and then getting 3 on the day. Parker Romo, though, steps up, misses the PAT, Devin.
Tough. Back in New England, he spent all training camp there. Then they cut him. Had a chance to be the hero, and it didn't work out.
Replace Younghoe Koo, who was benched in week 2, and that's how the Patriots get their 24-23 win, and Devin gets all of his bragging rights. All right, the Colts taking on the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, they're looking for a win after losing back-to-back games, and we're looking for the defense. It showed up, Chris Sims.
Oh, they found the defense for sure. Every time it felt like the Colts were about to take control of the game. Here he is, T.J. Watt, strip sack. The edge, the pass rushers, they were phenomenal today, and they did a good job stopping the run in this Steelers defense.
Yeah, and it wasn't it for Jones. I mean, intercepted on this play by Peyton Wilson.
Peyton Wilson here. We haven't seen Danny Dimes do this much this year, but this was a bad one. He totally did not see Peyton Wilson, and then it sets up a short field here, and we know number 8 on Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers, can still throw some lasers for some touchdowns.
Yeah, 12-yard touchdown is good. Rodgers didn't have to do much. The defense was all over it.
Again, here it is. This is what we expected to see this year from the Steelers. Efficient offense from Rodgers, and then the Steelers playmakers making it happen. Peyton Wilson again. Jack Sawyer gets the interception. Steelers defense was rolling all day long.
First career INT for Sawyer, and then the struggles continuing for Jones, stripped again.
There's the other guy. If it's not T.J. Watt, watch out for Alex Smith. They got quite the duo coming off the edge in Pittsburgh.
6 total turnovers for the Colts in this one. They only had 4 all season, and you could see that #1 overall offense struggling against the steel curtain. Yeah, they told them to hold their horses. Meanwhile, Mike Tomlin, here's what he had to say after a big defensive stand by his squad.
It's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes in this business. It's nothing dramatic.
It's nothing dramatic, but it seems like the outcome was dramatically different from what we even saw when the Packers were in town just a week ago when we were in Pittsburgh. Walk me through what you felt like changed.
Yeah, you said it. Rodgers didn't have to do a lot. Pittsburgh played their style. They were able to play from ahead. That forced them to now say, you know what, we can rush the passer. There's no more run game really happening. And once they did that, they got to get after Daniel Jones. He didn't get to play the way that he's gotten used to play. Hand is Jonathan Taylor, play action passes. So when you can control the style of the game, you play your best football.
Yeah, you know, one of your most important jobs as a head coach is to identify the issue, shed light on them, and solve them. They've been terrible defending the pass all year long. They made adjustments. Mike Tomlin, defensive coordinator Terrell Austin, they said, okay, less man-to-man coverage. We can't have these cornerbacks out on islands the whole game. Let's play more zone. Let's play more shell zone. Let's help these guys. Let's let T.J. Watt and Highsmith get going on their rush. They took the ball away 6 times today. It was a hard day for Daniel Jones and that offense. And remember, this was the best offense in football coming into this.
Yeah, and that zone coverage, it allows you to see the quarterback, less communication. You don't have to talk every time someone motions. Slow to simplified everything. Sure. Pittsburgh looked good today.
Yeah, those 6 takeaways, the most since 2010 for this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. All right, now let's get to the game of the day. It was the Bills hosting the Chiefs, which means round 10 of seeing Patrick Mahomes going against Josh Allen. Now the Bills, they've gone 4-1 in the regular season against the Chiefs since 2020, but are 0-4 in the playoffs, including last season's AFC Championship. We love a round 10 heavyweight bat. Let's get into it. Second quarter, we go with the Chiefs down fourth and going for it.
Everyone's talking about how hot this Chiefs offense is. 4th down stop. Bishop breaks it up. The Bills defense showed up all day today.
Yeah, next drive, Allen showing up, rushing it in.
Yeah, Josh Allen was incredible throwing it today. Had 2 rushing touchdowns in this game as well. They were cashing it in when they got down in there close.
Most career rushing touchdowns by a QB in NFL history, including the playoffs, is now Josh Allen. 3rd quarter, Mahomes looking.
You can see right here, 2nd and 6, looks like a deflected ball, but intentional grounding is called. The wrong call is called right here. The ball gets tipped, should not be intentional grounding, but now creates a 3rd and 16 after a sack.
But you can't review it. He's sacked on next play, and then the Bills get the ball on the ensuing drive, another Allen touchdown.
Yeah, carbon copy. They're pretty good at the tush push themselves. He got it down in there close. He's big and strong and athletic, especially when those linemen are helping.
Forward progress.
Okay, guys, we're going to head to the 4th quarter. The Chiefs now down 15 on 4th and 17. A little Mahomes magic sprinkled on this one.
4th and 17, it doesn't matter. If you play zone coverage, these guys find the opening. Rashee Rice picks up a 4th and 7. That's ridiculous.
Let's go. Okay, so that's going to set up this play.
I just say this as a compliment. They're my favorite cockroaches there are. You cannot kill the Chiefs 4th and 1. They're not going away.
Okay, next drive, 3rd down. Allen sacked on this play.
Leo Chenal right here. Not many errors for Josh Allen all day. That sack, we're like, here comes the Chiefs.
Yeah, Bills forced to punt. Mahomes is going to go deep, but the defense stepping up.
Yeah, Maxwell Hairston rising up and making the big play. A rough day for Mahomes, under 50% for the first time in his career.
First career interception for Hairston. That's why he's celebrating. All right, Mahomes now getting another opportunity. With 22 seconds left, he gets the ball back. We're thinking there's a chance.
I love this. The Bills say no. They rush 5 on this. He doesn't reach the end zone because he's backpedaling, throwing off his back foot. I love that.
Yeah, how about this? Josh Allen with yet another victory. And Mahomes has the worst completion percentage of his career. That's right, he's never completed less than 50% of his passes. Meanwhile, Allen setting a franchise record for completion percentage in a single game with that 88%. Meanwhile, time for the All-State good hands moment. Chris, the Bills defense stepping up in a big way today against the Chiefs.
They were big time. You said it right. I mean, they physically dominated the Chiefs up front. Mahomes was hit 15 times today, the most of his career. 15 for 34 in the passing game from one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. Christian Benford, corner blitz, off the edge, boom, right? Hey, Gregory Rousseau, Nick Bosa involved in that as well. They signed Nick Bosa this offseason in free agency. It's working well for them, but they harassed Mahomes continuously throughout the game. He never got comfortable, made a few plays as always, but never really got in a groove in Maria.
Yep.
Buffalo, great job on defense.
Yeah, Chris meant Joey Bosa, but he has a lot of good things to say about the defense. So, Devin, I cede the floor to you and what you saw from the Bills D against Mahomes.
You love this because coming in, I think this is what everyone thought. How could they possibly slow down Kansas City? Well, they created one-on-one matchups for Joey Bosa. He went out there and won. Michael Hoyt, a guy who was suspended, by him coming back, you don't have Bosa out there taking as many reps. He gets to focus on rushing the passer, and then what does that lead to? Your secondary can play free. They don't have to sit there and cover forever. The rookie Harrison comes up with a big interception. I think Buffalo feels a lot better going forward about this defense after this game.
I was surprised by it. I really was. Let's put it in perspective. Kansas City has been so good the last few weeks on offense. Everyone said, oh, here come the Chiefs. Yep. They're going to roll right through this thing. I mean, they got all their weapons back. Buffalo's banged up. Ed Oliver, one of the best players they have, is out of the lineup. I thought it was going to be a much different game than this. Patrick Mahomes under 50%. Yep. It all came back to that pressure, the coverage on the back end. It was a big win for Buffalo.
All right, the Chiefs do get a bye week, and then they're on the road at Denver, and then they get the Colts. So we'll see if they're able to get back into winning shape. Meanwhile, we had a lot of injuries in Week 9 as we mark the halfway point of the season. Let's check in with Mike Florio for the latest.
Yeah, Maria, Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud took a big hit while sliding in the first half, left with a concussion. Tucker Kraft, the Packers tight end, suffered a knee injury. Coach Matt LaFleur said it doesn't look good. The fear is it's a torn ACL. Joe Alt, the Chargers left tackle, had a high ankle sprain earlier this year. He was back. He has another high ankle sprain MRI tomorrow. And Michael Williams, the 11th overall pick in the draft, 49ers defensive lineman, feared to have suffered a torn ACL in the victory over the Giants at MetLife Stadium.
All right, thanks for the update. Let's get back to tonight's game. Time for Barry's Bet, brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Matthew, who you got?
Maria, for my Barry's Bet, I'm gonna triple down. I'm taking JSN's longest reception over 28.5 yards. Look, he's gone over this number in every game this year but one. And hey, entering the week, only one team has allowed more 30-yard receptions than my Washington Commanders. So yeah, JSN over on his longest reception is my Barry's Bet for tonight.
DraftKings Sportsbook is the place to bet touchdowns, and new customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code SNF when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours.
Sam Darnold and the Seahawks sitting at 5-2, but 3-0 on the road. They love visiting anybody that they can. Now it's time to go on the field, presented by Hyundai, where Rodney spoke with Bobby Wagner moments ago.
What do you see in Sam Darnold that's impressed you?
The way he's delivering the ball, the way he's controlling the offense, making plays, getting the ball to the playmakers. We got to make it one-dimensional.
You're playing against your former team. You played 11 years there. What type of emotion are you feeling right now?
No emotion. I'm just trying to win.
And there's Jaden Daniels. What'd you check in? Twitter? What's going on right before the game? Maybe send some text message. Is the last of 6 first-round quarterbacks drafted in 2024 to start today. The first time they've all started on the same day. That gets us into Sunday Fun Day, focusing on a few of those QBs from the class of 24. Devin, starting with Drake May.
Yeah, let's start with the 3rd overall pick. And what he's doing really well, he's finding numerous guys. Right there, Pop Douglas twice, and he ends off with his new toy, Stephon Diggs. Drake May killing it.
Yeah, Bo Nix, they squeaked out the win against the Texans.
Yeah, this guy was the 12th pick of the draft, and he doesn't really play that well the first 3 quarters, but when the game is on the line, he shows up. R.J. Harvey for the touchdown, then using his feet to set up the game-winning field goal.
And let's go to the 10th pick of the draft. The guy that everybody's wondering, can he take over the quarterback position for the Minnesota Vikings? He did it with his arm playmaking. He was clutch at the end of the football game and put the Detroit Lions right there.
And how about the number 1 overall pick in the draft? Caleb Williams with his first game-winning touchdown. Let's take a listen to how it sounds.
They're blitzing. It's picked up. Caleb throws. Middle of the field. Loveland catch. Breaks away at the 30. Loveland 20. Loveland 10. Loveland end zone. Touchdown Bears. Colston Loveland on a throw by Caleb Williams on the blitz with 17 seconds to go.
That was a fun, wild one. Michael Penix Jr., the only 2024 first-round draft pick quarterback to lose today, but again, he was going against Drake
Sorry,
May.
Maria.
Yeah, I know. I'm the only one. Tonight's picks brought to you by Verizon. America's picks, 71% of you are going with the Seahawks, as long with like 99.9% of us. Matthew Berry, our thoughts are with you. Take command, I guess. Tonight, those were tonight's picks brought to you by Verizon. And we're getting set for the Commanders taking on the Seahawks. Jason, tell me why the Hawks win.
I just think they're really good on defense. They're really good on the road. It's going to be a hard game for the Commanders to win.
All right, it's almost time for kickoff. We're going to be hanging out right here in studio. We'll see you at halftime. The Seahawks looking to continue their winning ways on the road. Commanders have Jaden Daniels back, and they're trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. You got Mike, you got Chris, you got Melissa, and the call coming your way. Like I just said, we'll see you at halftime.
This has been the Hyundai Sunday Night Kickoff. Spanish language audio provided by Telemundo Deportes. Or watch tonight's game in Spanish on Universo.